All right. Your avatar is very fitting, Lion's Den. Very fitting. I want to thank everybody for being here. You should see the topic in the title, which is our brother, Ben X, has been booted off of YouTube. And, these things are to be expected. Our voices are growing stronger and stronger out here, and people simply cannot handle it. Hey, Big Sap, how you doing? So these things are to be expected, especially as we get more and more. I know many of you may not believe in, the spiritual side of things, but I sure do. And I see us growing stronger spiritually, and I see others growing weak. So those things are to be expected. Our brother Ben X, he was a strong voice out here. And that's exactly what many of these folks don't want to see at all. They don't want us raising our voices or bringing light to their issues. And that's really how all of the attacks started on me. It was the person that came to attack me was upset about my opioid stories, and they were upset about me criticizing Trump. So I just want you to, the stories that I have put out are deliberate. I did one day of a lot of drug stories, one day of stories about Oregon, and one day about Trump, because those are touchy topics for this person. So I did that on purpose. But tomorrow I'm going to get back to the business of things. I'm done with it. I don't have to stay on the same subject for the rest of my life like some of these people do out here. So let's get into Ben X. When Ben X was removed from YouTube, even he didn't know. Thank you, Volcanus. He didn't even know himself. He tried to get into his account and he couldn't. And then he realized his channel was gone. So they reached out to me actually the same day. I have been working behind the scenes trying to help them and retrieving his channel. So I haven't been sitting around doing nothing. And I did notice that many other people have sent me emails having pretty much the same issue. So we're going to cover a few things tonight. You know, I was able to talk by phone over the Ben X issue and give them a lot of really good information of, how they present their case to YouTube. So it's going to take a few days anyway. It may even take a couple of weeks before his channel is back up, but I think it's really dirty to shut someone down and you give them no warning. So it's not like he could even dispute it. He was not even in a position to dispute it. Yes, I do know he has a backup channel, but we're talking about getting his main channel back. Yeah, you know. So being that he didn't even get a notice or any kind of warning about his channel going down by email, it leads me to believe nothing other than the fact it was an inside job. This is a YouTube employee doing this stuff, and we're always the one they want to attack more than anything else. Right. I actually spoke to Willie D during that time when his channel was down. He reached out to me too. So I spoke to him and I explained to him exactly what I did. And Willie D was back up. There was another YouTuber that goes by the name Truth Unveil 777. He came to me and I told him how to get his channel back and he was able to get back up. So I have helped several people recover their channels and I will continue to do it. If this is what it takes to fight and keep our people going, then that's exactly what I intend to do. So thank you, Gregory. So hopefully this won't all be in vain. If I can't do anything else, this is my way of giving back to my people online. Help you whenever you are having a problem with YouTube. All right. So let's get into, I'm going to share my screen with you guys because let's get into one of the biggest reasons why YouTube will kick us off. And they have came up with this master plan to always use hate speech on us. No, they will never shut down Jesse Lee or Candace. Anybody that talks against the community, they are safe. Those are the safest Black people on YouTube. Okay. So no, they are pretty safe and they have a lot of contributors to their channel. A lot of people contribute to their channel because of what they do. So you talk bad about the Black community, you are safe for life out on YouTube. They like that kind of stuff. Yes, Ben X is definitely a powerful voice. And obviously, someone couldn't handle it. They could not handle his message. And I used to listen to him periodically. In fact, Ben X is exactly the kind of people I look for online. It is, and it's also a year of separating. Unfortunately, all of our people are not going to be strong enough to withstand the attacks that are going on. And you saw that with my situation. Many of them folded. They believed everything this person said. And now he's, Lion's Den. He is attacking you. He's attacking a couple of other people. So you can't find no ally in a white supremacist online. Come on. Look at the history. Those people will never be our allies. What makes you think You're going to side with them on something, and eventually he's not going to turn on you. And I see he's turning on people already. You know, why would you even waste your time with that? But unfortunately, some of these people need views so bad, they're willing to get it from a white supremacist. Go figure. You know, or through some mess he said. Now they're on videos repeating the same thing from a white supremacist. Man, the way I see it, these folks are never going to live that down. They are never, ever, ever going to live it down. And that's on them, on how they handle that. All right, let me go ahead and share my video because there's something I do want to go over with you. Okay. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Oops. If you can see my screen, please give me a 1. Okay. All right. So let's get started, y'all. Now, one of the things they always want to hit us with is hate speech. Now, go figure. But ladies and gentlemen, the majority of Black YouTube are not doing any hate speech. They have clinged on to this policy to use against us. They have used this hate speech policy as a weapon against us. So whenever your channel goes down and they tell you it's for hate speech, don't panic. Do not panic. All right. All you got to do is read through the policy. All right. So now let's go through this policy. And I've done this on video before, but I'm going to do this again because it comes up very often among Black YouTubers. And I can tell you, none of us are doing no hate speech videos. None of us, none of the people I'm subscribed to are not doing that. Hate speech policy. We encourage free speech. Well, not really. If you're shutting us down for hate speech, you're not encouraging that. You know, you're saying it on paper, but you don't really mean it. And try to defend your right to express unpopular points of view. But we do not permit hate speech. Hate speech refers to content that promotes violence. Now, tell me, how many Black YouTubers are promoting violence? How many Black YouTubers have you watched and they are promoting violence all over their channels? We don't do that. We are not on videos telling people to go out and beat people up and shoot people, stab people. We don't do that. Okay. Or has the primary purpose of inciting hatred against individuals or groups based on certain attributes. We are not on video saying hate white people because they got blue eyes, hate white people because they got blonde hair, hate white people because, you know, we don't do that. We don't do that. So this is not applying to us. We do not hate people because of certain attributes. When we have disdain for something, it's because of what was done to us and we are reacting to it. But we do not just sit around and tell you to hate people over attributes. We don't do that. Yeah, right. That's okay. But us saying some words that we need to be off of YouTube, go figure, right? Okay. So race or ethnic origin. Okay. So do we say, you know, that guy over there was born in the Hicks and we should hate him for that? No, we don't say stuff like that. Religion. I have never seen a YouTuber talk about hating people over their religion. Now, some people have made videos talking about, when they were once in the Christian church and they left the Christian church, but that's not hate speech. That's only you speaking of your experience in the Christian church and why you left and why you became a Muslim or why you got into being a Hebrew. Those are not, that doesn't fall under hate speech either. Gender. I have never seen any of us do, most of us that are creators, we do not do any gender kind of videos. Now, there are some Black YouTubers that do, but they generally are talking about Black men and women. But for the most part, the majority of us are not doing the gender war thing. So it really doesn't apply. Those small minorities that are, and again, they're safe because they're coming at their targets are Black people. So they're safe. Age. I've never seen too many of us go after people over age. Veteran status. No, that doesn't apply to us. We don't bash people because they're veterans. Sexual orientation or gender identity. Again, I don't see where that applies to most of us. It doesn't. Okay. Well, universal law, we've always had to fight the opposers and people from within. What we're seeing is really not new at all. It's not new, but it shows you who's weak within and who's strong. There were people immediately say, I didn't believe nothing that guy said. And then there were some that immediately jumped on the bandwagon. The only thing I can say to you at this point is just stay away from those folks. If they want to believe him, then that's on them. Okay. But the burden of proof, that's not on me. Okay. The burden of proof is not on me. The burden of proof is on the person that made the accusation. And so far, he's fallen short. He didn't prove anything. It's just that people chose to believe him. He didn't come with any proof. All he did was throw together a lousy video and people looked at it and believed it. But I have not had a Facebook page since April. That was the last time I had a Facebook page. So he claimed he went to Facebook and found my profile. Well, what did he do? Did he create that profile? Because I don't have one out there. So there you go. I don't need to prove anything. He made the accusation. Let him prove it. Okay. Now it says there's a fine line between what is and what is not considered to be hate speech. For instance, it is generally okay to criticize a nation, state, but if the primary purpose of the content is to incite hatred against a group of people solely based on their ethnicity, or if the content promotes violence based on any of these core attributes like religion, it violates our policy. So always make sure you understand what this actually says. Reporting hateful content. So they're telling you to block the user, to flag the video, and they have an abuse report that you can file. But as you can see, you can flag a video multiple times and it'll still be there. And that is really problematic when it comes down to YouTube. And they really need to fix their policies because it sounds like they're talking out of both sides of their mouth when it comes down to their policy. So let's get into you being flagged, okay? If you ever get flagged or you lose your channel because of a video that you put up, the first thing that you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is go out on YouTube if you got a secondary channel, or, or create one, go out on YouTube and make sure you look for other people that did a similar video to the one that you lost your channel over. Okay, that's what I had to do. They got me for one that I did, buying drugs on the dark web. So I went out and I did a search on that, and there were hundreds of people that did a video on that same subject matter. So yes, it's very vague. That's why I'm saying it's actually easy to fight, because it's vague. So what I did was I made screenshots of all of those other people that did similar videos. So now I can come back and say, well, you took me down for video XYZ. Here are hundreds of other people that got that same video up and you didn't touch them. So once you can show, and they even had in their policy, no bomb making videos. And let me show you something. They said no bomb making videos. And I want to show y'all, there are a lot of bomb making videos on YouTube. Look at this. Now, in their policy, they said no bomb making videos. And I want you to see how many bomb making videos there are on YouTube. See, this is the strategy that you have to use on them. Okay, so you're going to have to arm up and fight. So they said no bomb making videos, and there are hundreds. Thank you, Black News. There are hundreds of bomb making videos on YouTube. So I got those. I got the other ones, like I said, on buying drugs on the dark web. And I brought up two things. They let PewDiePie stay on here. Okay. And remember, what he did is have his subscribers go out in public with signs, with these neo-Nazi signs. That's what he did. They let him stay. And Logan Paul showed a dead body hanging in a tree, and they let him stay. So how the hell do I get kicked off over verbalizing an NBC article based on buying drugs on the dark web? How the hell is that so bad that I have to be removed? But these folks did things far worse than me, but they got to stay. All right. That's how you come at YouTube. Okay. Don't get upset. Don't don't think that, oh, I got to start all over. No, not necessarily. If you are willing to dig in for the fight, you don't have to start nothing over again. Just understand that. You really don't. You just got to know how to fight. You just got to know how to come back at them and call them on the carpet for their hypocrisy. That's how you come at them. So they'll do one of two things. They're going to have to realize, well, we really can't fight this because this person can find flaws in the hate policy. And we're saying we don't have these kind of videos up, and there's thousands of them in here. But yeah, there are a ton. Then what I also did, I said, how the hell can you take me off over an NBC article talking about buying drugs on the dark web? And you got people, and I pulled up the videos of people doing illicit drugs. Let me show you those. Okay, so how are you going to kick me off just talking about drugs, but these folks are on video doing illicit drugs? Look at all these drug videos of people high. You got one right here shooting up. I had one, I found one where a couple went in the woods and got high and filmed the whole thing of from start to finish of them getting high. But you got people doing, thank you, Miss Seeking Wisdom. You got people doing illicit drugs, illegal drugs on YouTube videos. That's okay to have out there, right? That's fine. Leave that out there. But me just talking about it, I have to go. That's hate speech. You know, this is why after I won my case, this is why I keep trying to encourage you guys to come and seek some help because I can tell you how to fight them. I can tell you how to come at them. It's not as hard as you think. YouTube really incriminate themselves by having things in their policies that they say they don't tolerate, but you can find the very videos on YouTube that they claim they don't tolerate. That's how you get them. So when these things come up for you, you will know exactly what to do. And that's how I got them. Everything they said they didn't tolerate in their hate speech, I found the videos and I said, "Well, look like you're tolerating it to me. Look at what's out here." Look, I know I'm going to be attacked. I already know that. You know, you can't get on a video and talk about your oppressors and not get attacked. You know, I know those things are going to happen. I know it's coming. And I'm not afraid, but you shouldn't have to always start over a new channel when you can fight for the one that you already had and you worked hard. Think about all the work you put into your channel. You put all those videos out there, you've taken time in your day or in your night to put those videos up. Don't let that all be in vain. You built up some subscribers. Don't let that go so easy. Dig in for the fight. But I have to tell you one thing. Our men are amazing. As soon as that guy came from out of the shadow, they stepped up like a bunch of lions and went after him. It may not be things that you're seeing on the surface, but many of our men stepped up to the plate and they were not playing with this dude that tried to come and stir up problems with me. I mean, you should read some of his stuff. He is so overwhelmed with the attacks on him, it's not even funny. So, I think I don't think he was expecting the fight that he's getting online from many of our men are warriors. You are, because you guys are stepping up like a bunch of warriors in dealing with this stuff. I've even had a couple of our men write me and say, "You ain't got to worry about nothing. Don't you do or say nothing. We got this." And they sure do. I mean, these men are finding things out that I don't know how they're finding the stuff out that they are, but it's just unbelievable the things that they are finding out. It is just mind-boggling. I mean, these guys need to become detectives. That's how good they are. I think they have found out everything except for this guy's blood type. I really mean that. I mean, the stuff they come into the email, we know this about him. We know that. This is what I found out. I'm like, damn. And just know if anything happens to you, you know I got your back. That's how I roll. You help me, I'm there for you. No, they sure don't. I mean, our brothers ain't backing down a bit. They've been all up in this guy's ass. They've been all up in his ass. Yeah, yeah, I'm just glad that people hung in there with me, and I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget. Those that left, I don't miss them. I don't miss them at all. Oh, I love all of you too. Definitely. I mean, there's a lot going on behind the scenes with me. Believe me, this stuff ain't gonna go unchallenged. You can best believe that. So, I'm just not at liberty to tell you what's going on now, but you can best believe it is being dealt with. It really is. You know, um, so, I wasn't going to make this hang out long, but I did want to at least go over this much with you. And again, if you run into a situation and you need help, as far as fighting for your channel, or they flag you, because audio discourse reached out to me because he got flagged on video, and I gave him, what, that's what I'll go over with you. Hold on, before we go, me I gotta look for something and then I'll come back on. Just give me 1 second. See if I can look for this. All right. Oh, I think this is the wrong account. Let me go to this one. Okay, this is what I want to show you. I'll just put this in my. Put this in my. Okay. All right, let me share my screen with you again. All right, just let me know if you can see my screen and then I'll get started again. Can you see? If you see my screen, just give me a 1 again. Okay. All right. Now, if they come to you and they say, let me see if I can blow this up. May not let me zoom. Zoom. You know what? I'll do it this way. All right. So let's say they come to you when they flag a video and they say, well, you got a copyright strike and blah, blah, blah. So now what you want to do is you're going to have to respond to them. For legal purposes, you have to respond, because if, let's say, you want to take them to court and you didn't respond, then that's going to be a problem. So you want to respond to anything they tell you is inappropriate. So you want to say, I do videos along with my own personal commentary. You can say, I do the news and then I do my own commentary. Okay, let's say that for example. So now you can say something like this. Just watch what I post. The use has not harmed the market or potential market for the original work. So thank you, Flavored, Genuine. So what you're saying is my video did not take away any money or value to the original work. All right. So that's one thing you want to say to them about that. All right. Another thing that you want to say is this copyright code. Mm, ah, Oh, it might be too big. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's too big. All right, hold on. I have to do this in two parts. Let's see. Uh, Start there. All right, so that's part of it, and this is the other part. Uh, Darn, it's too big. All right. All right, here's part, and here's the last part. This is the code for fair use. If you put all of that together, that's the code for fair use. And this is another one that's good to use when you are trying to dispute. Whenever they strike a video and you're trying to dispute it, this is another good code to use. If you can just glue together those three parts I posted. It's code 17. Hey, True Royal 17. 17 US Code 107, limitations on exclusive rights, fair use, notwithstanding the provisions of sections 106 and 106A. The fair use of a copyrighted work include use by reproduction in copies and then phonocards, or by any other means specified by that section for purposes such as criticism. So you can use copyrighted material to criticize, to comment, news reporting, teaching. So you can use it to educate, scholarship or research is not an infringement on copyright. And then you can add your own wording to it, such as, this is what my channel does. I always do this type of video, so you can add things in like that. Okay, so that's good for a copyright strike. Yeah, it's 17, right? So that's what you want to use. And if you, let's say you didn't get this tonight, just reach out to me. I can definitely send this to you. I have used it a few times, and I have to tell you, it worked more in my favor than against. It's been a few times when it didn't work, but the majority of the time, it has worked for me. But then again, we know nothing is foolproof. Okay, nothing is foolproof. Oh, we got a troll. Oh, well, I guess somebody with no life. What can we say? Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I hope so. I told them, I've been communicating with Ben X and Victoria X. by email, and then we finally spoke yesterday. So hopefully, I gave him all of the necessary information that can help him get back on. So hopefully we'll see him back soon. I sure hope so. I don't want to see any of us booted off. I really don't. Hi, been bang. Yeah, I don't want to see any of us off. I want us all to stay on with our voices, and you get your message out every single day. Your message is important. I don't put myself up on a pedestal. I don't think I'm all that because of the subscribers I have. I'm just a humble person with a channel. That's it. I don't care about somebody's channel size. I know some of the people on here are stuck up and they won't talk to people if their channels are small, but I'm quite not that shallow, you know? And I'm not quite that shallow. And you know what? Unknown, get off of my channel, please. You come with that same white man crap. Where's your picture? Where's your picture? Get out of here. It's almost like beating a dead horse. You just don't get it. Nobody wants you around. Just get off of the damn channel. Nobody's going to do what some white supremacists requested. So stop wasting your time over here. Yeah, we do, Ellen. We need all voices. We really do. We really do. Yeah. Yeah, I need all new mods because I damn near kicked out all the old ones because of what happened. I had to get people out of here. And unfortunately, some of the people I had to get out of here, um I had made mods, and when I got rid of them, I got rid of mods. So that's the way it is. But that's okay. Out with the old and with the new. That's the way I see it. Yeah, it's always a good thing, Michael. Hey, you got the chief angel's name, Michael. It's always a good thing because, now I've learned something about people that I didn't know. So, and that's always a good thing, even if it's bad. Shalom to you, CG. No, that unknown person just keeps coming in all my comment section. When you gonna put your picture up? When you gonna show your face? Get out of here with that. I've already answered that on my first live stream. I should not have to answer that anymore. No, some people are like that. They're insecure and they got to worry about us more than they worry about anything else. So, Sanford, he lost his channel and he never got any notification from YouTube. So he couldn't even dispute it. So, again, that tells me that was very much an inside job for Ben X. It's a young brother, and I love seeing our younger men um, have videos and speak their mind. I love that. I think that we should always encourage the younger generation to be out here and express themselves. I'm sure not mad at you. I love seeing that. Right. You gotta hide the person. Once you hide them, that's pretty they're pretty much blocked. Yeah, they're gonna keep coming, but don't worry about these folks. Don't worry about them. Thank you, James. It just makes me laugh. But you know what? I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I just wanted to give you an update on Ben X and just show you some things that you can do in case something happens to your video or your channel. We're it's probably going to be a crazy year ahead for us. we're getting ready to enter year number 400, so it's going to be one hell of a ride for all of us. So we got to be ready for damn near anything leading into next year. Yeah, I want to see Ben Love return to Audrey. I do. I don't want to see any of us gone. I don't want to see none of us gone. Yeah. And it just seems to me like there's a lot of focus on us, ladies and gentlemen, because they can feel on a spiritual level, they can feel that things are changing. Yeah, we got an eclipse coming up in January, January 20th through the 21st. We got a lunar eclipse coming up, and it's supposed to be visible in all of North America, y'all. All of North America, it's supposed to be visible. So that's going to be our first one. And there's several coming up for 2019. Well, yeah, we are ready. All right. All right, y'all. I want to thank you for coming tonight so we could cover this. If I get any more updates on Ben X, I will definitely let you know. Since I'm in direct contact with them, I can give you an update. And hopefully, I'm just hoping in the next week or so, we'll have him back. So thank you for coming. And everybody enjoy the rest of your night, and shalom. Peace, family.